Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another video on Fresh Cuts Limit. Today, we were looking at SML movie, Mr. Poorman. Oh, Poorman. Why would I think it was Mr. Poorman? This is by SML, and yeah, with that being said, the original links in the description. Let's begin.
Daddy, they messed up my SpongeBob book.
How'd they mess up your SpongeBob book, Jeffy?
Look and see for yourself. Notice anything wrong with it?
They're not
Is Scholastic still around? That's freaking crazy.
underwater?
No, SpongeBob has two tongues. He's got one down here and one up here licking his eyeball.
He does have two tongues.
That's so silly.
It's not silly, Mommy. This is serious business. This is
That's just bad design. They probably had, on the file when they're creating it, they probably had two different tongues, and they're trying to decide which one they want to go with, and they probably just had them both turned on, and then they forgot.
a colossal f*** up. This is officially licensed by SpongeBob SquarePants. You know how many people this had to go through before it hit the shelves? Someone's getting fired today unless they can confirm that SpongeBob actually does have two tongues, and then I'll get over it.
Jeffy, just calm down and read your book.
No, because I'm going to call Nickelodeon and fire somebody after I give them a piece of my mind.
To be fair, in some of the episodes, SpongeBob was able to, like, duplicate himself and stuff. He was able to do some crazy things. So, I don't find it that hard to believe that he could somehow create another tongue if he wanted.
There's someone at the door. Hello?
Hey Marvin, I need your help.
What do you need help with, Goodman?
You're poor, right?
Yeah?
Well, I need you to teach me how to be poor.
Teach you how to be poor? Why?
Well, I just found out that I have another kid down in Mexico or some shit, and the mom's wanting me to pay her $5 million a month in child support. I didn't know Taco Bell was that expensive. I mean, I can afford it, I just don't want to. So what I did is I moved all my money to an offshore bank account, and then now I have to live off the least amount of money as possible for the next few months while the judge goes through my bank accounts, because I don't want him to see that I have a lot of money.
That's such a rich person thing to do. That's such a rich person thing to do. You're fake at your death, or fake that you're poor, so that way they go through your bank and then they can say, oh well, you don't actually have that much, so we're only going to give this lady $3,000 a month or something like that. You know, that's what he's trying to do.
So I need your help to teach me how to be poor.
Well, I mean, I'm really busy. I don't think I can do that right now.
I'll pay you $10,000.
I mean, sure, yeah. I can teach you how to be poor. So rule number one, don't give people money, because poor people can't afford to give people money.
Well, if I don't give you money, then how am I going to get you to do what I want you to do?
By being nice.
Ew, poor!
And the next rule is, come here. So another thing you can do to be more
He brought his Lambo. Yeah, maybe don't be driving that around, you know? Gotta get yourself a Honda Civic.
poor is not drive a Lamborghini.
Not drive a Lamborghini? What else am I supposed to drive? A bicycle? Ew!
No, you don't have to drive a bicycle. You can drive a car. You just need something more poor.
More poor? I know exactly what you mean. I'm gonna go buy one.
Okay. Where's Goodman at? What the?
All right, Marvin.
That's a beautiful car. That's a Porsche, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, maybe not poor either. It's probably around a third the price of a Lambo, though. So it's poorer, but not poor enough. You gotta go and get a used car for like $6,000.
I did what you said. I bought a poor car.
This is not a poor car. This is expensive.
It literally has the word poor in the name. It's a Porsche.
What? It's still expensive, though.
Listen, Marvin, I can't go any lower than this. It's already shitty.
What? It's not a shitty car. This is really nice.
No, it is shitty. It's Porsche. It's Porsche shitty. And it's offensive because it was named after George Bush, a 911. It's a Porsche 911.
Oh, okay, fine. So you're saying this is the cheapest car you'll go?
Yeah, I can't do anything less than this, Marvin. It's shitty.
Okay, well, at least it's a start. You got rid of the Lamborghini, so let's go work on some other stuff.
All right.
Hey, baby, I need your help.
What's wrong, Marvin?
Why doesn't he just take a taxi everywhere, or Uber or something like that? You know, Uber XL or whatever the top Uber is. Because then you're driving around in decent vehicles, and you technically don't even have to have a vehicle. But he's got so much money that but then he'd be spending more, so I don't know.
Ben?
Well, Goodman paid us $10,000 to teach him how to be poor.
Wait, he spent $10,000 to learn how to be poor?
Yeah, I already told him that poor people can't hand out money.
You can start by giving me the rest of your money, and then you will be poor.
Okay,
That's what you
good.
should have
I
said.
told him that poor people can't drive a Lamborghini.
Okay.
So what other things can we teach them to be poor?
Well, poor people don't walk around everywhere in a nice suit, so you're gonna have to change your clothes.
You want me to get rid of my elephant asshole suit? 75 endangered African elephants were poached for their assholes to make this suit. This suit cost me $55 million. I take a bath in it, I sleep in it. I'm not getting rid of this.
Well, why don't you sell it if you need the money?
Sell it? I will never sell this suit. I will be buried in this suit.
Well, how about you just take it off? Because if the judge sees you walking around in a $55 million suit, he's going to make you pay child support.
You're right. So what am I supposed to wear to be poor?
Time to go thrifting, boys. Is there even such thing as a $55 million suit? Like, even the most expensive suit, I've heard of them going, you know, extremely expensive. Kendrick Lamar had a suit worth $3 million, I think. Which is insane, but 55?
Look, I'll pick out a poor outfit. Come on. All right, baby. I picked out an outfit for him.
I look like old MacDonald without his farm.
No, I think you look nice.
E-I-E, no I don't. I look like I smell bad. If a kid said, hey dad, does that man smell bad? He's gonna say, yes, yes he does. Stay away from him. He's stinky. My name's Mr. Goodman, not Mr. Goodwill.
Well, Goodwill's where we got this outfit from.
And it smells like the person who owned it before me shit my pants.
Well, look, it only cost
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look good. This outfit looks like you would probably smell, and he's right about that.
$5.
Well, I would pay $5 not to wear this.
Well, look, when the judge sees you wearing this, he's not going to make you pay child support.
Yeah, you're right. He's probably gonna feel bad for me and make the woman pay me child support.
Well, that's what we're going for, right?
I guess. Oh, I'm getting kind of hungry. I want a filet mignon. I think I'm gonna have Chives prepare my meal. Oh, Chives!
Wait. No.
All right, sir. Here is your 8-ounce filet mignon cooked medium rare.
Are you sure it's 8 ounces? Because
That doesn't look medium rare. That looks freaking burnt.
it looks more like 7.
I can assure you that it's 8, sir. I weighed it before I cooked it.
Let's see about that. Sounds like 7.
It probably was 8 before you cooked it, but when you cook it and the fat is cooked off of it, it's gonna be way less.
Well, sir, when you cook meat, it doesn't maintain...
Whoa, I'm not listening!
Exactly.
Chives, did you take a bite out of my carrot?
It was more of a nibble, sir.
What is that, Chives?
A nibbled carrot, sir.
You nibbled my carrot, put it back on my plate!
Well, I had to make sure that it was cooked thoroughly.
Well, next time eat the f***ing thing! Get out of here, Bugs Bunny!
Yes, sir. But before I go, I must ask, why are you dressed like a farmer?
Ask Marvin.
Well, Goodman wants to act poor for a few months.
Ha! Good luck with that.
Well, Goodman, you can't eat all this.
Yes, I can. I'm a growing boy.
Well, no, I meant like poor people don't eat this kind of food.
You're telling me poor people don't eat filet mignon?
No.
I'm gonna starve. What am I supposed to eat then?
Well, look,
Time to go to McDonald's, boys. Also, I don't think the judge is watching while you're eating. You know, the judge isn't your dietitian, so you probably can get away with eating this. As long as no one else sees what you're eating.
I will go cook you a meal that poor people eat. Do not eat this, because if you want to look good for the judge,
Macaroni?
do not eat food like this. Hold on. All right, Goodman, I made you dinner. Are you eating your steak?
No, it was a fly.
There's no way a
Wow, that actually does look like medium rare. Actually looks really good.
fly took that big a bite.
Yes, he did. He was a big old bastard.
Listen, Goodman, here's your ramen noodles.
Instant lunch? Ew, poor. What is this?
It's called ramen noodles, and it's really cheap, but it's really good.
Who's ramen and why do I have to eat his noodles?
Because it's really cheap and it's really good. Try it.
And what?
That's how poor you are. You have to go and slurp on other people's noodles to make money.
Oh, hell no, man.
Ramen noodles are pretty good though. I haven't had them in around a couple years. I literally have probably about, I want to say around 100 packets that I've had here that they're probably all stale by now, but I just kind of stopped eating them and I never got rid of them. So I have packages and packages and I have so many freaking ramen noodles.
What is this? A Rice Krispie treat?
What? No, that's what the noodles looks like before you cook it.
It looks like dried worms. Ew! You're trying to poison me! Help! Help, Chives! He's trying to poison me!
What's going on, sir?
He's trying to make me eat ramen's noodles!
Well, that's what I had for lunch today, sir.
Oh no! Somebody call poison control! Chives has been poisoned!
Well, it's actually pretty good, sir.
Oh no! The worms must be eating your brain and making you delusional! Help!
No, Goodman, listen, everyone eats ramen noodles. It's really good. And look, you can't keep calling your butler because poor people don't have butlers.
Well, if I can't call my butler, then who's gonna wipe my ass?
You!
Ew! My hand has gotta go near my ass crack? Poor!
Can you just get a bidet or whatever they're called? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what they do in France.
Listen, poor people wipe their own butts, so tell your butler you'll see him in a few months.
Chives, go to your room in the basement and I'll be home in a few months.
Very well, sir.
Marvin, what's with all this screaming?
He's trying to feed me worms!
Ooh, ramen?
How does everyone know who ramen is and his worms?
I love ramen.
Well, I hate being poor. I can't drive my Lamborghini. I have to dress like Ronald McDonald.
I gotta drive a Porsche. Ugh.
I have to eat ramen's worms. And what's next? You gonna tell me I have to wash my own clothes?
Yeah.
Ah! I gotta go lay down. Oh, no. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this.
Come on, Goodman, you can do this.
Don't call me Goodman. Call me Poorman because that's what I am.
Well, if you can't do this, then you have to pay that woman $5 million a month in child support.
I'm not paying her $5 million a month. That kid's not worth it.
That's a lot of money, Marvin.
Well, if you don't want to pay it, then you gotta learn how to be poor.
All right, I guess you're right, Marvin. Just go give me some water and let me clear my head. Voss water, sparkling, please.
No, poor people don't drink sparkling vodka.
I think if he said was true that he got rid of all of his money or he moved it all offshore so he can't actually touch any of it, then he's just gonna have to learn to be poor regardless of Marvin's help or not, right? Because if he doesn't have any money, then he shouldn't have been able to go and buy a Porsche if that money is now out of his hands. He shouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. And that would kind of force him into learning what to do or what it's like. He doesn't need help, assuming that he doesn't have control of the money, but it sounds like he still does. Or unless he sold the Lambo and then used a part of that money to go and buy the Porsche, which makes sense.
Voss water.
Fiji?
No.
Evian?
No, we drink water from the sink.
Ah! Like where the toilet is?
Or the kitchen sink.
It's all the same shit. It's pipes in the house. Ew, poor.
Listen,
You can get a water filter from Walmart and just use one of those.
it's called tap water.
Well, I'm tapping out.
Well, listen, you gotta drink stuff like that if you want to be poor. What's other stuff they can do to save money?
Well, what do you spend most of your money on?
Well, my haircut cost $20,000.
Well, why is that haircut $20,000?
Because 3 naked girls cut my hair while giving me pina coladas.
Well, we're not doing that anymore. Your haircut should only cost $20.
$20? They're gonna stab me in the eye with scissors or something.
That doesn't usually happen.
What else do you spend your money on?
Well, I did put a $250,000 down payment to go see the Titanic in a submarine, but that guy hasn't called me back. I think he's ignoring me.
That's that's a bit of an edgy joke, especially because this video is a year old, which means that whole incident I think should recently happened.
Okay, look, you can't buy stupid stuff like that. And if you're gonna buy stuff, you have to go cheap.
Oh, so you're telling me not to take my big private jet, I gotta take my little one.
No private jets. Poor people don't have private jets.
Well, then how am I supposed to fly to Paris for lunch?
You're not gonna fly to Paris for lunch, and if you have to fly, you're gonna fly cheap, like Spirit Airlines.
Cheap? I'm not gonna fly cheap when I'm flying through the air.
Look, it's called Spirit Airlines. It's a nice airline.
What if I fly Spirit Airlines? I'm gonna turn into a spirit.
Listen, it's just what you gotta do to be poor.
Wait,
And if you are gonna fly, you make sure you bring one of those Burger King crowns.
my phone's ringing. It's my son Richard calling. Hello? Hey Dad, me and my friends are down here in Orlando trying to rent out Disney World for the day, and they're telling me that it costs $4 million, but my credit limit's only $3 million. So can you give me the other $1 million? Hold on, Richard. My son, he's in trouble. He's down in Orlando trying to rent out Disney World for the day, and they told him that it's going to be $4 million and his credit limit's only $3 million. So do I give him the other $1 million?
No!
But he'll yell at me.
No, you gotta tell him no, you're poor.
But I don't want him to yell at me.
Who cares? You're poor now. Tell him no.
Fine.
You're the dad, you do the yelling.
Richard, no. What the f***, Dad? I'm down here in Orlando with my friends trying to rent out Disney World, and you're gonna tell me f***ing no? When you want me to be poor? That's embarrassing. You want me to be embarrassed when I go back to school and be poor? Hold on, Richard. Richard, no, you're not getting that other $1 million. I'm putting my foot down. I'm gonna increase your credit limit, okay? I love you. Bye. I put my foot down, not gonna give him that $1 million.
See, good. You told him no. What'd he say?
He said he was fine with it, that he understood.
Okay.
At least he loves his kid, I guess. But a $3 million credit card limit? How do you even convince a bank to give you that?
Okay, well, I don't think he should have a $3 million credit limit. I think you should lower it to like $100.
I agree, and I'll tell him that later.
Okay, so look, we're saving money already. Okay, so let's go teach you how to unclog a toilet.
What?
Marvin, good news. Jeffy already clogged the toilet.
That's good, so now you can learn. So look, sometimes when you're taking a poop, it gets stuck in the toilet, and you gotta push it down with the plunger.
Yeah, I'm done.
What?
I'm just gonna pay the woman $5 million a month in child support.
Why?
Because I don't want to be a caveman and push my shit down the toilet with a stick.
You only
I don't think that you can always call a plumber, but is the judge going to be looking at your toilet habits to make his decision? I don't think so.
have to do that if it gets stuck.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm definitely done. So enjoy dressing like a farmer, enjoy eating Roman's worms, and enjoy being poor. You taught me to feel worse for poor people. So now when I see them on the side of the road, I'm just going to drive by them faster and enjoy the $10,000. I'm done here.
So, Marvin, what are we going to do with the $10,000?
Give it back to Goodman because you're late on rent.
I have no idea.
Hey, Danny, I called Nickelodeon about this SpongeBob situation.
And what'd they say about the two tongues?
They said one's for the pink and one's for the stink.
What?
Yeah, they told me that if I wanted it changed, that I'd have to pay to have it republished.
So how much would that cost?
$10,000.
Jeffy, no.
Could you write off child support, you know, on your income? Like if he's paying that much money, could he just write that off of his taxes? So then he'd save his tax amount on that? I don't know. I don't have to pay child support, so I don't know. It's a good question. What would you buy if you were a billionaire? I don't know. I mean, I think there's only a certain amount of things you can buy, and then you kind of realize that the things in your life aren't actually going to make you happy. And yeah, it's nice going on vacation. It's nice having a private island. It's nice having nice cars. But at some point, I think you kind of realize that money's not everything. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I enjoyed this. I think I'd rate this out of a 10. It wasn't the funniest, but it was enjoyable. So I think I'd rate this maybe like an 8.2. Make sure you go subscribe to SML if you're new, subscribe. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.